Okay, welcome to the episode 2. This is the video for the select statements. Um, if we can see, select statement is part of the data manipulation language, sub-language, which are, if you can remember from the first episode, is that these are the commands that tell what are the data stored. These are the select, cdo, select, insert, delete, and update. And let's begin. Um, so this video I am using Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, which is version 18.12.1, version 18.12.1. On the left, we can find the Object Explorer, and this is the SQL instance that I'm connected to, and these are the databases. So uh, we have three: AdventureWorks 2019, .nvv, and then Domingo. Um, in Adventures Work 2019, if you want to um, expand that, you can see the tables here, and these are the tables. Again, what these are the naming conventions. Human resources dot department. Human resources is the schema. The first part is the schema, and the second part, the department, is the table number. So let's try to do this syntax using data manipulation language. Select. Um, but first, let me how to use um, databases. How to select what specific database will you be working on. For one method is to left click the AdventureWorks or the database that you want to work on, and then select new query. And how would you know that you are right? You are on the right database. It says here on the drop-down menu. Okay. Secondly, if you don't want that one, you can stay here at the master and then you create a new query. So you can see it's in the master now. You can use AdventureWorks 2019 semicolon. And then how would you execute this one? You just highlight it and then execute. And now it says completed successfully with a timestamp. And then I am now in Adventures Work 2019. Perfect. And now we're going to the select statement. Uh, as you can see, the select syntax is this one. Select means select what column do you want to see. It's either one, many columns, a few, or all the columns from this specific table. The naming convention again is first is the schema and then the table name. So let's try this in the AdventureWorks. First, I type in select all the columns. I want to see all the columns from human resources that department. This one. Okay. So I'm gonna highlight that one. Execute. And here they are. So we have four columns: department ID, name, group name, and modified date. And it has 16 rows. 1 to 16 rows. Perfect. Um, Next is this one. We're done this one. Select specific columns from the table. Okay. So let's go back to the database. If I want to, let's try first one, just one column. Select name, name from human resources that department, execute, and I got one column showing all the rows. Now, if I want to add another column. So let's first see what's inside. I want to add the name and department ID. Remember that the sequence or the arrangement you type in it will be the same output. For example, name, department ID. I will run this one. It first indicates the name. It shows the name and then the department ID. It is totally different from the original that um, the department ID first and then the name. So if you want um, uh, to show that to show the department ID first, you have to indicate it. So I'll put in the department ID and then the name. Execute. So perfect. We have 16 rows. We have the two columns that we need. That is, I have showed you how to um, show all the columns, specific columns, and what else? Aliases. There are times that you don't want to display the real column name for any reason, or you just don't like it. But you are not going to permanently change the column name. So I can do that. Like first is let's first um, select all the data, execute. So I want to show the name. Okay, I want to show the name and I want to show the name and I want to show the name and I want to change it to department name instead of just name. Okay, so I'm going to select name as okay. But before that, I just want to show you the name first. So I want to say select that one, execute. I can I want to change the name instead of showing name. I'm gonna show it name as department name. Department. Don't forget to put in the double quote department underscore name. So he will be showing me this data, but I want to show that these are names. I want to show the column name as department name. So let's execute that one. See, it's called department name. Um, if you can query again, I did not change the department name. It's just that if I queried it and show it as the output, I just changed that to a different name. Okay, how about if you want to do it in multiple columns? So if you want to do it in multiple columns, um, just do it like this. Name as department name. You're just putting a comma, and then let's see group name as what do you want to say group name? Let's say uh, working group. Working group. So we'll be expecting two columns, the name and then the group name, but different column names. So let's execute. Perfect. So we're done with that one. So we're done with this one. We selected a friend. Now, how about if I want only to show specific rows and that row has the specific data that I want. Okay, we will now add in the command where names is equal to sales. So we're gonna copy this one. I'm gonna copy this one, and then we'll put in a specific um, well, we're gonna put in a specific parameter. So where okay, let me see. Where group name equals, I want to uh, specify manufacturing. Okay, where remember, sorry, should be quote, single quote manufacturing, because that's a data. Okay, manufacturing. So let's try. No manufacturing. Why? Now it's the time to troubleshoot. It's not working. It's either you don't have manufacturing in your raws, or you misspelled something. So if you want to do it here, I already know the answer. It's manufacturing. Okay, but select, if you want to select again, execute. Notice that we have manufacturing here. So that one, I think that will fix it. Manufacturing. Let's try again. We have two rows that it has manufacturing. Doesn't it specifically um, require to select the data from the column that you are working on? For example, I can, if you select all of this, I can select all of this. Okay, I want to show just the two columns here, but I want the parameter to be coming from the department ID. So I'm gonna copy this one so that this one will be new. Where department ID equals, let's see. So that is a string. I mean that is an integer. I'm gonna put in 6. So this we will be expecting to show row number 6, where the department is number 6. So let's try. Perfect. Research and development. All right. So it doesn't have to be on um, the column that you are working on the analysis, but you can specify the parameter from all the data that you have. I forgot to mention though that use of quotes in SQL. The single quote is used solely to include string elements in an SQL. That's just like the one that I showed you when we were doing here, like manufacturing. The double quote though is used to define object names. Used to name aliases, columns, and other objects, such as we were working on this one. Okay, awesome.